Yeah.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about the form validation program using JSP. Okay, in this form validation, now we are going to see the validation of the form. Before going to validate, we need to have user account in that form. Okay, so before that one, I am going to register for that one. So for registration, I am clicking register. Okay, so in the registration, it is giving welcome to registration page. Here I am going to register with some ABC username and password is ABC. I am using the same username and password for remembrance. Okay. So username and password ABC ABC. So ABC user is registered. So ABC user is registered. Now I am going to sign in with ABC user. Okay. Click on sign in. Now, what is the username? ABC. Password is ABC. Upon clicking, hello ABC, welcome. Okay. So, if I am giving wrong password ABC, okay, what is the? It is again redirecting to this welcome page only. So, this is about the form validation using JSP program. Okay, now we are going to look into the coding part of this JSP. Okay, so before going to see the coding part of this JSP, I would like to show the I'm used the database called test. Okay, so what are the tables in this database? So the tables that are present in this database is login. So I would like to show the structure of the table. So one second. Use test. I'm going to show the description of the login table. So how many fields are there? There are two fields in the database. Okay, sorry, not database, in the table. Login table, we have two fields. Okay, what are the fields? User and password. That is the column name of first column name is user and second column name is password. Okay, so we know that before going to discuss about this JDBC program, we need to know in which database that particular table is available. So the particular table is available in test database. In database, that table name is login. Inside the table name, inside the table we have two columns. What are the two columns? Username, user and password. Column name is user and another column name is password. Okay, now we have seen the database and the database and that is the table in the database and what are the columns on the database. Now we are going to see the coding part of this welcome page. So first we need the login page. So you already know how to do the login page. So creating the username and password. So I will just show you the code and also I will show you the your form field values that are used and for our further understanding of JDBC coding. Okay, so let us see into enter into the coding part. So first one is index.html. So in the index.html, so first we are going to see the login base. Okay, so if you see the action, we are going to use validate.jsp. Okay, validate.jsp and method is post method. Okay, and we are created one username and text field is, and the input field is type is text. The name of the field is name and some placeholder, and this required is used to say that that particular field is compulsory filled. Okay, if you are not used required, if with empty also it will accept. Okay, that input field should be accept something. So that star is there now, like that required is given. And for password, text type is input type is password and name of that text field is pass. Okay, we have created login. Okay, a button, and reset button value is reset button. And also upon clicking registration button, this is a registration button. Okay, in our web, see here in here this is there now, registration button. So this registration button is created by using some hyperlink. So this button will link you to register.html file. Okay, first we will see uh, the process of registration. So this is a login page and this is registration page. So we will go to register.html. Okay, so in register.html, what we are going to see, we are seeing action is register.jsp. Okay, upon clicking this register button, register.jsp file is going to be invoked. Okay, the request is going to register.jsp file. Okay, so that form details and all are same whatever that are used in previous name. Okay, the text field name is name only, password field name is name pass only. Okay, upon clicking submit, here we have registration button. Okay, if you see the code, if you see the registration, see here we have register a reset button. Okay, so username and password we are going to use. So after upon clicking the register button, the action is going to take going to register.jsp. So we are going to see the register.jsp file. Okay, so now in this code we are going to see all the tags that we are already studied in previous classes. So what are the things we are going to use is, so to do this registration form, I mean that is inserting the registration details into the database. So what we need some packages. What are the packages we need is, we need java.sql. We need to import that packages using at the rate of directory, page directory. Okay, at the rate of page directory is used to import required packages in our into our JSP program. Okay, so like this we are going to, here we are importing the packages. Okay, then we are creating some HTML code. Inside that HTML code we have we are declared one scriptlet. Okay, JSP scriptlet. Inside this scriptlet only we are going to use our Java code. Here the code is similar to the our JDBC program only. Only thing is we are going to use a less. Here we are not declaring any class under the main class. Hmm? 1 second. So now we need to insert the form details into the database. Okay, into the table. So which is the SQL command is used for inserting the values into the table? We need insert SQL command. And also here we are using prepared statement for inserting the values into the table. So first of all, to insert the values into the table, we need the values. From where we are getting that values? We are getting the values to insert into the table. That values are getting from the form. Okay, so we need to retrieve that form values into our code. So how we are going to get that values into our code is by using request dot get parameter method. So get parameter method is used to retrieve the form details into our JSP program. So here by using request dot get parameter name. So inside this parameter name, we are going to use the form name. So what is the form name of this username? Here we are given name as the form name. Okay, for that input text. So we need to give that name, and for password, and these two variables are these two values, string values, we need to store in some string variable. So we are creating some string variables, string use and password. Now, you already know our JDBC program. So, the first step for JDBC program is to load the drivers. So, how we are going to load the drivers? So, before going to load the drivers, what we need to do? We need to add the library jar file in jar file, MySQL jar file into the libraries. So, whenever you are dealing with JDBC program in your project, you need to include your SQL jar file in libraries. Okay, so here we already loaded the jar file into our libraries. Okay, so here class dot for name. Okay, class dot for name is used for loading the driver. You already know our JDBC program, the driver class is available in com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. If you want, you can see that one. Okay, if you want, you can see, if you want, you can see that one. Okay, com, see, com mysql.cj.jdbc. Inside this JDBC, if you observe, the driver class is there. Okay, so this that is the reason we are going to use com.mysql.cz.jdbc.driver. Here that driver class is there. Okay, so see, this is the implementation of this driver class. Okay, so no need of too much about that one. So next, after loading the drivers, we need to create connection. So for creating connection, we need connection interface. So we are creating an object for that connection interface con, and by using driver manager class, and in driver manager class, in driver manager class, by using get connection method, we are going to create a connection to the MySQL database. Here I'm using MySQL database, and I am using JDBC type 4 driver. So that parameters for that get connection is three. What are that one? URL of the database, that is the location of our database. So here the location of our database is JDBC colon, means type of the driver is JDBC driver colon. In MySQL is database of the which database we are going to use. If we are going to use Oracle, then we have to specify Oracle. For our example, we are using MySQL. So colon MySQL colon location of the database. This database is available in localhost. So localhost IP address is 127.0.0.1 colon. On which port this MySQL is running? This MySQL is running on port number 3306 slash. In which database that particular table is available? In test database, that particular table is available. So before this one, we already see that test database and table name and column values and all. Okay, and the username for the database is root, and for my database there is no password. That's why I'm keeping the password field as empty. This password field will depend upon your database connection or database installation. During your installation, if you have specified any password, and you have to specify that password. If you are not specified, if there is no password, then you have to specify empty. Okay, by default username is root and password is root, but for my installation there is no password. Okay, now we need to create the prepare statement. Okay, prepare statement is we need to insert the values into the database. So we are creating the prepared statement interface by using prepared statement interface with the help of, here we are creating an object called statement. So con dot, okay, by the con object we are invoking prepare statement method. Inside this prepare statement we are going to pass the query. Okay, so SQL query, what is the SQL query here? Insert into table name values question mark and question mark. As we are passing the values into the database by using our prepare statement, that's why here in our query we are using question mark and question mark. So we need to pass the values for this this one. How we are going to pass that one? We are going to pass the value pass the values by using set string set method. So for that prepare statement object, by using prepare statement object dot set, what is the data type of first column? It is string, so that's why string one represent the first question mark, the first parameter in the query. So what is the first parameter? Username. So how we are going to get that username and where we are going to store that username? We are storing that entered username into the use variable, string variable. So we have to pass the use string variable. Then password. So password is storing in password string variable. So as second parameter 2 comma that string variable is passed. Now we need to execute this query. So how we are going to execute this query? By using execute method we are going to execute the query. So upon successful execution, and if the values inserted, it will return one row is inserted. That means as a return, it is going to give an integer value other than 0. So how many rows are in return? 1. Okay, I equal to 1. So if I double equal to 1, that means the row is successfully inserted into the table. So we need to request this dispatch. We need to process that one to forward that process. Okay, to successful some message. So for that one, we are going to use the request dispatcher method. So in this request dispatcher method, we are going to give the control from this register.jsp file to welcome.jsp file. Okay, welcome.jsp program. So, and also we are going to forward the request and response that are given by this code. Okay, so let us see this welcome.jsp. So in this welcome.jsp, what we are going to do? So whatever the username we are given, we are going to give, and so admin username Venki user is registered. It's just simply mean printing some message. Okay, and again we are creating some hyperlink to go back to sign in page. Okay, to go back to sign in page. Okay, if it is giving some error, okay, if it is not inserted into the values, then again it will revert. 1 second. No, there is no difference. Okay, see, the functionality of request dispatcher is same in servlet and JSP. Only is the difference is the way we are calling in servlet and JSP will differs. The functionality and uses, everything is same. See, the same functionalities that are used for servlet, the same functionality is also available for JSP. There is no additional functionality. The way we are going to invoke that person, that particular functionality is different. Simply saying, to say that, for example, if I want to say in a movie, the name of the hero is Allu Arjun, or for example, Pawan Kalyan. So some people may call this one by using Power Star. See, Power Star is and Pawan Kalyan both are same person only. The way we are calling is some people will call them directly with their his name, and some people are calling him with some nickname. The same way here in
Yes.
here in Sarulet and JSP, the functionality of each and every method is same only. The way we are invoking is only different. Okay, here we are not declaring the object or implicitly creating any class name or method or service method. If you observe here in this program, did we create any class? No, we have not created any class. Does we create any service method like do get or do post http request space response http request space request request comma http servlet response, like that? Does we create any service method, either do method or do post method or service provider or servlet service? We are not at all used and also we are not created any object for http servlet request or http servlet response. If you observe, we are directly using here request. We are directly using request object. How we are going to use that one? It is implicit object. In our previous class we have discussed implicit object. And also if you see in welcome page also, directly we are giving request dot get parameter, we are giving as expression equal to. Okay, directly we are passing that request dot parameter name. Here also we are not writing any servlet program. And also if you observe, we are not writing print writer out is equal to get writer stream. That method also we are not writing. So like this, these are the some of the benefits in JSP when we compare with servlet. Okay, so it will reduce the coding part in servlet JSP, whereas in servlet we have to define each and everything. Okay, that is the main difference between a JSP and a servlet. Okay, so and connection, we need to close the connection and catch if there is any exceptions are there. We need to catch that exception and it need to write that exception. Okay, this is about register dot JSP. Is any doubt in this register dot JSP? If there is no, means I will proceed to validation. So in validation, that means we are validation means whether the given username and password is correct or not. So the same method, but here the action is invoking validate.jsp. Okay, now we are going to see validate.jsp program. So here also to validate the username and password, we need the entered username and password. Okay, so we are going to retrieve them by using request.get parameter and store them in our string variable. Okay, I'm using the same username and password. I mean same string variable, and you already know class for name for loading the drivers. Of we are creating a connection by using driver manager dot get connection. So we are going to create one statement object. Okay, by using st. Okay, now we are going to write our query. Okay, we are going to write our query here, and we are going to store our SQL query in one string variable. What is the name of the string variable we are using? str. So what we are going to write? Select star from, what is the table name? Login, where user, the column name is, first column name is user, is equal to whatever may be the username were given. That username is in the form, that username is stored in the use string variable. So we are assigning that use, then and password is so and so password. Now we are storing the query in string. Now we need to execute this query. So to execute select query, we are going to use execute query. See, there is lot of difference between execute update and execute query. So execute query is used for select statements. So For storing that select statements, we need one result set. Okay, so result set. So st dot execute query. So it will create one result set object. So that result set we are going to store that result in rs result set object. Now we are going to process that result set object by using rs dot next. Okay, and get servlet context dot get request dispatch. We are going to dispatch to welcome one dot jsp. What is welcome dot one dot jsp? So hello, the username welcome, whatever the username we are giving, welcome, if that one is correct. Otherwise the request is dispatched to index.html. So username or password is not correct, then that request is pass back to index.html. So we are closing the connection. So this is about validate.jsp. So this is about the form validation and form inserting. So any doubts in this program?